Although about 50% of the population is in possession of a vagina, because we never talk about them, most of you are still wandering around every single day wondering if something your vagina does is totally normal or really strange. I'm Mama Dr. Jones, a board certified OBGYN and mom to 4, and today I'm telling you 5 things your vagina might do that sound strange but are 100% normal. If you're new here and you learned something from this video, please consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Let's jump in to the vaginal information. Number 1, makes discharge. That's right, vaginal discharge is 100% normal. Your body makes vaginal discharge to keep itself clean and healthy. Did you hear that? This is how the vagina keeps itself clean. It's a self-cleaning organ. Please don't put any soaps or douches or anything like that inside. These can disrupt the vaginal microbiome and actually cause more problems than they help. Normal vaginal discharge is a mixture of cervical mucus, transudate or fluid from the cells of the vagina, kind of like saliva in your mouth, normal flora, and dead cells that your body needs to get rid of. It's completely normal and your body likes it to be there. I recently made a video all about when vaginal discharge might be abnormal, and I will link that in the description box below if you have any additional questions. But in general, vaginal discharge is a normal part of a healthy, happy vagina. Number 2, makes discharge that might bleach your undies. This is something I have seen all over TikTok. Some people get it right, some people get it wrong, but I am here to tell you that vaginal discharge, which discolors your dark underwear, is totally normal.
If you don't have a vagina, you're going to be very confused by what I'm about to say, but is no one else completely terrified by the bleaching properties of a vagina? Like, how does she do that? Yes, I'm about to show my underwear on the internet, and that's because I am comfortable with who I am as a person. Prefacing this by saying these are clean underwear. Like, these are black underwear. Ba-bam. How? Pink. How? How does she do that? Like, what?
Why does this happen? The vaginal epithelium is lined with cells that make glycogen, and this is because glycogen creates a happy home for a bacteria called lactobacilli. Lactobacilli is a normal part of your healthy vaginal flora, and it converts glucose into lactic acid. Lactic acid has a low pH, so the environment of the vagina is acidic. That means your vaginal discharge is also acidic. Over time, that acidic vaginal discharge can lighten dark fabrics in your underwear. No matter what TikTok told you, this is totally normal. It's representative of a happy, healthy vagina.
Editing MDJ here. I wanted to add in here that I said that this is okay and it's part of a normal, happy, healthy vagina because it's related to the pH, and that is definitely true, but that doesn't mean if it doesn't happen to you that there's something wrong or your pH is off. It can be normal either way. So in the absence of other symptoms, this is a normal thing that can happen, but not a requirement to happen.
Number 3, makes noise. This is totally normal. Some of you might call it a queef. I remember the first time I ever heard that word, I was in middle school and some kids were just hysterically laughing about this. Despite the immaturity of 7th grade boys, this is a completely normal physiologic process. The vagina is a blind pouch, meaning it comes to an end. So anytime air gets trapped in there from activity or insertion of a toy or a penis or anything, it has to come out. And the only way for it to come out is to come back out of the vaginal opening. So with movement or activity or sex, you might hear an audible noise of air escaping from the vagina. This is not worrisome, it is totally normal, and you should be empowered to just laugh it off or even not laugh it off and just move on with your life. Nothing to worry about. Number 4, causes brown period blood. This is actually totally normal and is the result of a pretty cool organic chemistry reaction. They told me I would never need organic chemistry again after the MCAT, but they lied. So when your flow is lighter, like at the beginning or end of your period, that blood sometimes can just sit in the vagina. And as we talked about just a few minutes ago, the vagina is an acidic environment. This causes a process called oxidation or digestion or breakdown of the period blood, which turns it into a brown color. If it comes out just like that, it might be dark brown. If it mixes with some of your normal vaginal discharge, it might be light brown. Either way, this is a totally normal process and just part of the way that your body functions. Number 5, creates blood clots when you're on your period. That's right, this can actually be the fault of the vagina and not the uterus. When blood gets into the vagina, sometimes it sits there and coagulates, and that makes it into a blood clot. When you stand up or move around or sit down to go to the bathroom, it can come out as a blood clot, and this can be totally normal. If you're having lots of blood clots and really heavy bleeding put together, that may not be normal. But if you're having blood clots and your bleeding or your flow is pretty light in between them, it may just be the way your vagina is shaped. Especially if you notice it first thing in the morning or when you've been sitting down for a while, because sometimes that just traps the blood inside the vagina, which we discussed as a blind pouch, and allows it to coagulate into a blood clot. This kind of means your blood is working like it should. Your blood should coagulate into a blood clot if it's not moving. But again,